Good evening. So, tonight's topic is going to be when you decide it's a good idea to go to the hospital.
When the mental illness gets to be too much.
Yes.
And that's actually pretty much the answer.
But there's intricacies to it.
Yeah.
Like, some people in some places, they have the option to go when it's not a full-blown psychiatric emergency. A lot of places don't have that option.
How long has it been since you've been in the psych ward?
2013? Yeah, it's been that long.
Wow.
Just over 6 years. I would have been in before. I would have been in last year, but there were no beds anywhere.
I don't remember that.
I do.
I've been in the psych ward. Total, I've been in psych wards more than 40 times. I've lost count. But since we moved here...
Twice.
3. Yeah, 3 times. 3 times. Twice here in our city, and then once at a really horrible hospital. It was horrible. It was, well, I don't even remember what it was called. St. Francis something, or I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. I forgot what town it was in.
Waterloo.
Waterloo, yeah. I thought it was like Otterwall or something.
No, Waterloo. Remember, it's a song that ABBA did before you were born.
I still thought it was Otterwall or something.
Otterwall.
Well, it sounds like Waterloo, kind of.
Like a wall of otters?
Yeah.
That's disturbing.
Maybe that's what... Nope, not gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
What?
Nope, I'm not allowed to say it because we're not allowed to get political on here.
Oh, no. Nope, we're gonna leave that one alone.
Anyways.
See my pretty cup? Well, we've contemplated it. I've been contemplating it today. I know what my problem is, and going to the hospital would help it, but
it still wouldn't solve the problem.
It wouldn't solve the problem. No, we have to wait until we get paid again for the problem to be solved.
Yep.
And that problem is I am out of some of my meds, and so is he. And we just don't have the money to pay for our meds, so until we get paid on Friday. We get paid on Friday. Our disability comes on Friday, this month, next month, whatever it is, March 1st.
Yep.
And then my mom's going to take me to the pharmacy, and then we're going to get our meds, but I know I've been going into withdrawal. I know that. Especially with the Rexulti, which is my mood stabilizer and antipsychotic.
Yep.
And my moods have been... Like, earlier today I was fine, and then I was, like, not fine. I'm not fine right now. Although we did have a funny idea earlier today.
Which one?
There's manic.
Oh, the hypermanic.
Yeah, there's manic, and there's hypomanic.
And then there's hypermanic.
Yeah, we just thought of what would hypermanic be like.
And my definition of hypermanic is you go hypermanic, your head just explodes.
Yeah.
There's nothing left, just
boom.
Boom.
Gone.
There's no brains or anything, it's just dust. It's like when you kill a vampire with a wooden stake.
I was thinking that. I was about to say that when you kill a vampire on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They just turn to dust and blow away.
And that's what happens when you go hypermanic.
You just turn to dust and blow away. Yeah. Hypermania, I'm pretty sure, is not a thing.
No, I do not believe it is.
Because holy crap.
I've seen Manic, and I've gone pretty far into Manic.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine what hypermanic would be.
Oh, one of our questions, and I had thought about this. Because we're doing Q&As now. We're going to try to do Q&As now. And one of our viewers asked the question, how... I don't remember how exactly she worded it, but it was, how do you intervene and take care of and help somebody who is in a full-blown mania? And we didn't look it up or anything like that, but there are some tips that we do, that we engage in when one of us gets manic. And that's basically supervision.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Because that's when mania gets its most dangerous, is when they're left unsupervised and uncoached on how to handle it. Because usually when you're in a manic state, you actually don't know you're in a manic state. And so you don't have the facilities to think, okay, I'm manic, I shouldn't be doing this, I should be doing that. So when one of us is manic, the other one, we basically let it run its course, because as long as we stay home and supervised, there's really not too many horrible things that can happen. If it always does get to be too much, then there is what we were just talking about, the option of putting them in the hospital, because then they can get supervision with professionals.
Problem with that is you have to remember, a lot of hospitals will just be like, oh, just deal with it. Because a lot of hospitals just don't have space for people that aren't straight up suicidal.
Right.
And that's one of the problems with the American mental health system.
Yeah, there's just not enough
beds. Yeah.
This is like every time we go to the emergency room, every time a mentally ill person goes to the emergency room, it's up in the air. It's total guesswork as to where they're going to be put.
Yeah.
Whether they're going to be put in that hospital they went to,
if that hospital has a place,
if that hospital has a place, or if they're going to be transported to another hospital close by or far away. Like the time that I went to Waterloo, that's about how long ago?
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, one way.
That's like when I went to the psych hospital those 3 times. I went from central Pennsylvania to, what was it, Delaware?
Yeah.
And that's a good 4-hour trip in the back of an ambulance. I will tell you, that is not comfortable.
No.
Being strapped to one of those gurneys for 4 hours? Oh, hell no.
I would be like, nope.
Nope. Now
the hospital that I go to here in Iowa, the one I go to the most often, the one time they had to transport me to Waterloo, they luckily had a service where I could go in a car. They took me, my brain is very foggy today. They took me in a car, not an ambulance. And it was kind of funny. It looked like a police car on the inside because there was a big plastic guard thing between the front and the back of the car. I guess maybe they've had patients try to attack the driver or something. But when they take you in a car, they make sure that you've gone to the bathroom and everything like that first, because once the car leaves the hospital, they're not allowed to stop anywhere else until they get to the destination hospital. Yep. So if you have to pee, tough shit.
Yeah.
If the driver has to pee, tough shit.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what sucked about Waterloo is it was kind of cold outside, and I went into that hospital in the hospital gown. They wouldn't let me put my clothes back on. And
Sounds
it
about
was
right.
really freaking cold. But, yeah. So, basically with mania, we kind of let it run its course. If it sticks around too long, then yes, we do consult the hospital. Or at least you should consult a hospital if it goes on too long. Because you can get sleep deprived. There are a lot of bad things that can happen with mania. A lot of them can be prevented with supervision, though. Like people will want to go out and spend a ton of money on things that they don't need. They'll spend rent money. And if you keep them at home and supervised, obviously they can't do that. Unless they go online and take a credit card. But
yeah.
Once again, if you keep them supervised, they can't do that. But also do like a lot of reality checking to make sure they don't start forming delusions of grandeur.
Yep.
Keep them engaged. Try to keep them as focused as possible. Talk to them, play a game with them, watch a movie with them, something that'll keep their mind in one spot. Because one thing with mania is you get really racing thoughts, and it's really hard to focus on one thing, and that's when you start getting in trouble.
Sorry about the beeping if you hear it. They're dealing with the crap ton of snow we have outside.
Yeah, like at the back of our parking lot is a gravel pit, and right on the other side of that gravel pit is a tree. I don't know what kind of tree it is. I think it's just a maple tree or something. But the snow has been dumped back there because they're running out of places to put snow. It's been that we've actually had the snowiest
February in history
for this area.
Yeah, for this area.
Yeah, the snowiest. Did I say snowiest earlier?
You did.
Oh boy. Yeah, the snowiest February in history in this area has happened this year.
And it's like over 2 foot of snow.
Yeah, like our patio door right here.
We can't go out.
We can't go out if the snow is all the way up to the handle.
There's about 2 foot of snow right outside our door.
Yeah.
So, and then once you get into the grass, because they've been just piling the sidewalk snow there.
Mm-hmm. It's like a mountain.
It's a good 4.5, almost 5 foot high pile of snow.
Yeah, I'm 5'3", and I can barely see over it. If I were to look out the window.
We've gotten a lot of snow this year, in February, no less.
And we're getting even more.
It's like, so we went from December being warm.
Warmer than usual, yeah.
A lot warmer than usual.
And everybody was so afraid that the farmers in this area, because this is a very rural area, a lot of farms. They were afraid the farms aren't going to get the permanent, or that hard freeze that they need to get every year. And they were afraid, like, the mosquitoes weren't going to die out this winter like they're supposed to do every winter. And we were going to end up, like, with mutant mosquitoes next summer.
Horse-sized mosquitoes.
Yeah, but, yeah, they got all that. They're hard freeze. They got the hard freeze. We've been covered in snow for weeks. We have more snow coming. It's making me stir crazy, and I think that's another part of my problem.
Yeah. See, I don't really get stir crazy that often personally.
I do.
Because I'm not a really big fan of going near people. No.
No, I just like getting out of the apartment.
See, I could survive not leaving the apartment.
You do survive not leaving the apartment.
That's true.
You only leave for doctor's appointments.
That's true.
Which we have one coming up.
Hopefully I'll be able to get there.
Yeah, really.
If the sidewalk's whatever.
Salted.
If it isn't salted by then and we don't get more snow.
Oh my god. So I hope that answers her question about how to intervene and take care of somebody in a manic state. Real simple, let it run its course, keep them supervised, and keep them engaged.
Yep.
Keep them focusing on you. Don't let their mind wander, because that's where they start getting into iffy territory.
Yep.
But yeah, and I'm sorry. My brain is super cloudy.
Her brain is squish.
Yeah, my brain is squished right now. I will hurt you. You want to lose that finger?
What, my pinky?
Yeah.
On my left hand?
You want to lose it?
Sure.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
It's not a really important finger. It's not on my right hand.
You're gonna hurt its feelings.
Oh, poor finger.
Oh, poor.
Who's your poor little finger? Okay, we need to stop that. All right,
So yeah, we've been babbling for about 15 minutes now. So, yeah, we go to the hospital when we can't control it ourselves anymore.
Yep.
When I start getting thoughts of self-harm, suicidal ideations, I've even a couple of times this week said, let's just delete the YouTube channel, because, I mean...
That was last week.
Was that last week?
Yeah, that was last Tuesday.
Yeah, my depression's gotten to the point where I've almost deleted this channel. Because, I mean, not that we aren't grateful for the 40 subscribers we have. We're just kind of wishing we could reach out to more people.
But it takes time.
I know it takes time.
And I know it gets frustrating.
When you're depressed, though, everything doesn't seem worth it anymore.
Oh, I know. I know all too well.
Yeah, so. All right, well, I think we should wrap this up for tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so we will hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Keep the questions coming. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button. So, that's it. Goodbye.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.